done before as far as the factoring goes. So you saw the back of your test. They just said factor this. They didn't tell you, oh, you have to do the X. They didn't tell you to do the DCF. Now you have to just know those steps when you come across these. You just have to know what you have to do. That's what that test was all about. So when you get to like number 3, you have to look at that and say, oh, that's y squared minus 7 squared. That's a difference of squares, so that's x plus 7, x minus 7. And it'll go by really fast. Now, if you're stuck and you don't know, like, well, how do I do this? And how do I do that first part? That is not even what we're covering right now. That was our last test. So go back to what you're doing then, and it'll probably dawn on you. If you need to get out that flow chart that we've made, right before the test, and you're following those exact same steps. So, like on, let's say number 1, you got a squared plus 7a. 7a plus 10, and you'll notice they already said it equals 0. They're talking about what is on the ground. That's why it's equal to 0. And you have to look at this and say, is there GCF? There's something that goes into all 3 terms. Right? That's the flow chart that you guys did before. How many terms are there? What do you do? 3 terms, so you got to find out what multiplies. So this times this, right? And go through the exact same steps that you did before, right? And it happens, it becomes clear really fast. Now, if you skip this and you do it fast, and it's gonna get a little confusing. So slow down a little bit the first time, so you won't have it to start. So the next step was we replaced the 7a with the 2 that we got here. 5a plus 2a plus 10a. We found a GCF. We did this by grouping. We found a GCF of the first 2 and then a GCF of the second 2. And these had to come out to be right here. Those had to be identical. They weren't the same, something was wrong. And there they are. And again, it's equal to 0 because we care about when it's hitting the ground. And then one little new part is this. So if this is the part you're like, oh, I didn't know to do that, that's what we're talking about today. If you're thinking about anything before this, that's the last test we just took. And I gave you the promise that if you don't know how to do the factoring, it's going to cause problems later on. It's going to feel like you're doing one problem, but then inside that problem is going to be a whole other issue that we spent 2 weeks on learning. And now that you didn't learn it quite as well as you need to, it's going to feel like this is like a ton of stuff. In reality, the only thing new is, can you solve a plus 2 equals 0 and get negative 2? And can you solve a plus 5 equals 0 and get an answer of negative 5? That's the only thing that's new here. So whatever you're used to doing, keep doing it. Don't change it and say, well, now how do I do this one? It's the same exact, okay? Now, your answers are negative 2, comma, negative 5. Not comma, but those are your answers. And you can find those below. Okay. Now, lastly, go ahead and graph them. So here's the x-axis. So let's say this was negative 2 right here, or actually, what, negative 2, negative 5 we're graphing? Yeah. So you just have to plot those. I'll go ahead and write the answers so I know where they go. So let's say this is negative 5. Where should negative 2 be? Well, this is what? Right here, it'd be negative 4, negative 3. There's negative 2. And that's all you're going to be doing is just plugging on a number line. Same thing you did before. Negative 1. This is 0. Whole thing. Okay, you want me to do another? Or are you guys good? All right, please listen. Please listen up so I can do it then. If you're going to talk, I'll just say that's it. So let's look at another. Okay, so question number 7. So negative 2t squared plus 5t. Okay, so we're doing the exact same steps. Let's go down here. So 2t squared, what was it again? Sorry. Plus 5t. What was it? 5t minus 3. All right. So do the exact same steps. Don't change anything. Right. So we look at this. Is there a GCF? Nope. Nothing goes into 2, 5, and 3. So multiply these together. We'll get negative 6. Down the bottom, we'll get 5t. So what multiplies the 5? Multiplies a negative 6 and adds the 5. And 6t minus 1 multiplies the negative 6 and adds to 5. So now we got 2t squared plus 6t minus t minus 3. And GCF of the first two, GCF of the second two, same process. So that's where I got this part, just came from the middle here. I took out 5t and I put in 6 minus 1 instead. And the 2t squared and the minus 3 stay the same. So we get this. So we get 2t minus 1 equals 0 and t plus 3 equals 0. And here's where those fractions come into play. And our answer would be half and negative 3. And we can find those. And there it is, J. And then we can go to, what was that, number 7, and graph 1/2 and negative 3. So if negative 3 is right here, negative 2, negative 1, 0. So 1/2 would be right here. Just knowing where our two roots are, our two x-intercepts are, will let us graph. That way when we add the y-axis, we can go ahead and graph this parabola all the way. But we have to know where fractions are on a number line and not just say, well, can't do it. All right, so that will be it. And please come to class with everything finished tomorrow. Otherwise, go to the tutoring after school if you think you need it.